Howdy folks, it's CTR. We're still doing some ball joints and stuff. We're gonna throw a disc brake kit together on this thing too. Just hang around. Got our new ball joints in on this side, our new spring, our control arm bushings. We're gonna put the spring back in it, hang the old spindle back up there where it goes. And this will be whooped on this side, ready for that new disc brake kit. In the meantime, I'm gonna check out and do the other side real quick, bring it back up to spindles, and I'll show you what's in that power disc brake kit. I'm out, CTR. If everybody look right up here, hand me that light, bub, I can't reach it from here.
Yeah.
If everybody look right up in there, notice that says Moog on it. There's a chamfer mark hole in the boot. That goes to the inside. If you look, get up underneath it where you can see right in there where my hook is. That needs to go towards the inside on your boot because the grease is supposed to come out there and it's not shoving it back out on your wheel and stuff, and you can easily see when you grease it if it's full of grease or not. Now on the bottom side, I've already hung the spindle loose. It does not have one on this particular model. The boot's on there, but there's no specific groove or anything for it. I'm not certain why, it's just the way they're made. But if you'll notice, all the bolts are poking to the outside and the nuts are outside. That's what you're after. Now also, when you take this factory control arm and you take the ball joint out of it, they come off the top. When you cut the rivets, there's a piece on the top and then there's a little bitty dust flange on the bottom. I have found that if you stick these up through instead of down through, that it actually lifts the control arm just another, eighth of an inch or so. They make longer. Ride Tech makes a ball joint for these. Oh, I say they do. Anyway, Ride Tech makes a ball joint that the shank is about a ½ inch longer to lift that. And what it does is it kicks the top of the wheel out and gives them more room to alignment. They can put more shims behind it, and these cars are noted for not having enough room to put shims behind it to adjust it. I mean, they're just like almost maxed out from the factory. That helps because it lifts the control arm just that much more, and it helps. So you can use a standard ball joint pretty well, but that's just one of those little tricks. It'll hold. The control arm's plenty strong. I guess if your control arm was in bad shape, you might worry about pulling the heads through it. Never had any problem with that in the past. Nobody told me it's okay, but I go beat on them with 700-800 horsepower engines, yanking the front wheels and bouncing all over creation when they're touching down. So when they're doing wheel stands and bouncing, you plan on breaking ball joint. That's why we put these brand new Moog finest we can get at them, because eventually something's gonna break. I mean, it's a beating, but for standard everyday driving, I would do this and it'll help your front end guy be able to give it a better alignment, especially if the frame's ever had any damage to where it's closed the saddle up a little bit here under the engine. And the jigs were pretty sloppy. I mean, they're kind of all over the place where they actually were. Those are just some thoughts that I had that might help you out when you're putting this stuff back together. Like I said, Ride Tech makes an extended ball joint for this upper, and it helps with that. I use standard stuff every day, and I do not have a problem getting it to make alignment. But I put them in like this, up through instead of down through. It changes that height in relationship to this control arm by maybe 1/8 of an inch or so. And that's quite a bit of degrees. When you start lifting that control arm with new springs and stuff, it puts it back almost to maximum. It's almost bottomed out again. You'll find that to be a problem if you don't. All right, CTR, I'm out again.
Oops.
This is the fun part.
Lord, watch over us. Don't
Yes, once again, good Lord, please keep us from getting killed by this mess of a contraption we have to make work.
I'm too young to die.
So far, how are you liking this nonsense? I tell you flat out, I don't like it at all. Three-quarter socket. Is it? Stand off to one side just in case that sumbitch breaks. Not in line with it, off to one side. We're good. Up under there, bub. All the way out as far as you can go?
Yeah. Ready?
Start jack. This is the part that makes you all scared to death. It's spooky, I don't like it, but it's valve spring compressor. It's coil spring compressors, it's what we do. It's cranky. Take it back down. Wing. Hold that a second. Three-quarter, I believe. Where's that three-quarter next, son? Look behind you. This ain't laying here. There it is. Oh, it's captured now, kids. The scary is over. Anytime you cage a coil spring, it's a scary thing, fellas. Respect it. Don't be frightened, but dang sure pay attention to what you're doing. You don't want to get hurt. And they will take your head clean off if you ain't careful. Before you do, I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but I actually spun this around where the chain was on this side on my jack because of these knobs right here. I didn't want them hit the corner of my rack. Just a little repositioning. I've been there before. Now we should be able to take a 3/4 socket and buzz that thing out of here. I mean, it's 3/4 socket. And I'll have you know, thus far, I've made this look real easy, but we ain't got this piece out yet either. I've got to collapse it and get it walked out of here where I can unfold it, poke it to the side. Because it's not fun doing this. Alright, my big pry pole, son. I don't think I can ever get it with this. May have to have my real big pry pole. Maybe not.
Bar.
That's how you get that out of there. Fun, right? All that so you can put it back together and don't bang the threads around and get dirt in them, because you'll be pissed. And then don't do like I just did and try and turn it on upside down. Want your hooks to the top.
And your socket to drop.
Fold that back up there like that. Run her back in.
Get out of here.
Make sure you get full threads so you ain't getting dirt down in it, because they do not like that. Flush. We just took one apart and put it right back together. New ball joints, coil spring, the whole deal. Control arm bushings. Took about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I ain't feeling real good. I can do it faster than that, but a little practice, y'all can do it too. I've done lots of them. I'm out, CTR. This one could be a right or a left. Apparently they work either way. Now I've been splitting parts down to halves here. For both sides. And every one of these kits seems to be different than the last two I bought that was supposed to be the same part number. So, they got different shit in them every time. I don't know whether it's improvements or what, but... This is what you get. Races are already in them. Drilled and slotted rotors. You notice they're not angled. They're not angled, so they're ambidextrous. If they're angled, you need to make sure you put them where the sweep is the correct direction. I always have to go look it up just like everybody else. You come with inner and outer bearing. The outer bearing comes with an extra race, comes with the washer, comes with the spindle nut that goes on just right there. And if you'll look, the chamfers are very deep in it. There are a couple of different spindle designs. That hole could be farther back or farther out. If yours is not where you want it, re-drill it, no problem. Just re-drill it farther out for your cotter pin. We got our inner seals, that on that side, Buff, in that plastic bag, and a new dust cover, which I can guarantee you you'll have to beat the living shit out of it. If you'll notice, it just don't fit for nothing. You will manufacture that again to make it fit. That's been my experience. 2 front brake hoses for the calipers, 1 for each side. They're identical, supposedly. We got the same part number, so they should be. This caliper right out of the box got damage. The cymbal drum. I'm going to attempt to drive that seal on in there, but there ain't no guarantees. All I can tell you is it looks good now. It did not right out of the box. We have not looked at the other caliper yet. It's on the other side. You can go look at it if you want to. We're gonna put this stuff together. I gotta look at 2 or 3 other cars. They've changed the way these brackets are made. The picture is about as sorry as you could ask for. That's as close as I can see it lays. And this piece will fit on either side apparently. And this piece is supposed to bolt like that somehow. I'm assuming like that. These long bolts will be through here like so. And then it will have, looks like it will have through bolts there somewhere. Get it. Like that. That looks like how that goes on there. Don't forget to put your steering arm on there as well. There you go. Apparently this particular kit no longer uses an offset deal to use the old drum brake caliper pin, the centering pin for the brake shoes, like the one on my other car out there does. Some do and some do not. That's what I can tell you. I don't know whether they've changed the kit or whether there are multiple kits and it's just a different part number. Can't tell you the answer to that. We're going to start our nuts on here. Well, they don't seem to fit, will they? They don't fit there. The nylock nuts go on the short bolts that hold the caliper bracket halves together. Not on the steering arm for some reason. Not sure why, but I would like to have nylocks on that as well. Since we're product reviewing, hello Auto City Classics, pay attention. Whoever your vendor is, or if you're putting these kits together, yeah, a couple more nylocks instead of these. Now they're a pinch nut too, but I would have liked to see nylocks on them. They brought them for the other bolts, they should have brought them for these, but they may just have a whole bunch of stuff going on. Your caliper is going to sit up like that, and there you go. It may be a clearance issue or something that they're trying to offset. I'm just product reviewing. But I know these rotors are vented right here, which I have never seen before in any of these kits I've used in the past. And always my rotors have been left and right. The slotted part has always been at an angle, so they were directional. There's your product number on the edge if you want to see that. Don't worry, the camera may not be picking it up, but my eyeballs ain't either, and I have laser vision, so it's pretty poor. The rotors could use a little help in my opinion. The brackets actually, they look like they're better than what I have been using, even though they don't attach up here. like what the past has been for me. Now, this is the kit number for this kit, and at one point, I don't know if it's on this sheet or no, on one of these sheets it says OE or offset wheels. So this kit number may be different than what I've been using ever since everybody went nuts and shortages and whatnot. I've had trouble getting the exact same product that I've used in the past. This one looks a little different in a few places. This is the part that goes under the hood. There's your bracket to attach, and your push rod to attach your master cylinder, which is right here. And it's a good master cylinder. It actually comes to where it could be used as a non-power or power. I assume it's probably a Corvette master cylinder from about 68 or 9 for disc brakes. That's my guess. There's your proportioning valve, your lines, the bolts, and the bracket to hold lines from the master cylinder to the proportioning valve. And right there is, it looks like a 7-inch instead of the 8-inch power booster. Now I'm going to tell you a little secret about these power boosters. When you put this on this bracket, see those 4 bolts? See those 4 bolt holes? 2 of them line up with each other, end to end. The studs are too long and they'll bang into the body studs that hold the bracket to the firewall. So what you're going to end up doing is either sawing these off or sawing the body off, the body studs, or both. I've had to do both because they're just that much longer. And you're going to saw about 3/8 of an inch off of them, best I can remember. These 2 right here, they bolt on fine. They work right slick with the master cylinder. See there? Always good to know. I've crossbred a lot of this stuff before you could buy kits. And I pretty much know what's going to be in the kit because I've had to make it. And if you're ever a poor boy, you can go out there and find you a 72 Laguna with disc brakes and it'll bolt right on a 55 Chevy. But you got a couple of problems there too, because there ain't no 72 Lagunas left. They're all gone. But that's pretty much what we used to use back in the day. Anymore, these kits they're gonna be like G-body stuff, you know, Monte Carlo, late 70s, almost invariably. If you take the rotors and the calipers and stuff, they're gonna match a late 70s model, either Caprice or Monte Carlo, A-body, G-body stuff. It depends on the caliper brackets, and the kit number will determine that. If you're buying them through Auto City Classics and you've got the kit number, you can literally call them on the phone and they'll know the parts you need, and they can tell you what body type it fits. So you can buy all your disc brakes and whatnot. If you want to buy a better disc pad, you can do that. If you want to buy a new rotor or a better quality rotor, you can do that too. The sizes, I'm telling you fellas, they can talk about all the wheel wood they want to, and they are great brakes. But the truth of the matter is, a set of cheap disc brakes are so much better than what they were as drums. Man, I used to run 10-second car on 4-wheel drum brakes. That's exciting. That's real exciting on them short shutdown tracks, especially in the dark and you're in a new spot and you don't know where you're at and there's a drop off out there at the big end. It can get real fun real quick. You'll just melt them down. You start running hot laps, you know, doing hot heats, oh man, you better bring your drag shoes because you're going to be dragging them by your car. Go get you some disc brakes and enjoy these things. A lot safer. They don't dart and pop whenever you're pulling on them. That factory steering box, you can still turn that thing, especially if everything's brand new. Don't use the bushing kit on the tie rod end or the idler arm over there. Use a bearing kit on it. It costs a little more money, but it really makes a difference how much tension there is on that steering wheel. Especially if you're still running a factory size, that big 18-inch steering wheel, you'll know it. You'll know the difference immediately. If it's moving at all, it'll turn just easy as power steering. It just takes more turns. Go enjoy these things. They were good equipment when they made them. We got products to make them better. That's what we do. CTR, I'm out. Ain't that?
Little bit.
Dude, that fucking nut's gonna be a different size.
Yeah, no. Why don't you go ahead?
This is the 3/4. I'll give me 11/16. That's my third, yeah. Chop, chop, we're all waiting on you. Ham is minute. CTR just throw that paper shit down there in the floor and then I make that little boy clean it up. He's got to make hot rod money. He needs the training. He needs the job. America, got to earn your way. Got to earn your hot rod parts. Stacking up grease on that edge and we're spanking that shit right down in the hole. See it furling up under there? Poke it down in there and whack it in. Kind of like knocking out a damn pilot bearing in the crankshaft. You can pack that sumbitch full of grease, find you a good tight fitting bolt, and you can knock that sumbitch right back out. Look at that. Coming all the way through filling. Dry towel, dry towel. Boxes in that dumpster out there. Stack them into each other and make it as small as possible. You gonna squeeze me some grease out, bub?
Yeah.
Give me a second. Is it the mockingbird?
Maybe.
He's squeaking.
Ready?
Yeah, give it to me. That's good. For now. JT6 Mystic. JT Mystic JT6. High impact grease. High temp grease. Wonderful stuff. Comes in that pretty purple color. It ain't black.
Well, you don't want that black stuff. It's no good.
It's more grease. Oh, black grease is alright too. It's a different purpose. There you go.
I thought by black grease you meant like old grease that turns black.
No, they make all kinds of greases, son.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, we're cooking, spreading that stuff in there. This is kind of like an old Gulf grease long staple stuff. It works really well on old bearings. It kind of drags itself back into the mix. If you look, it's back in there. You see it around the little groove between the cage and the race inside. And if you start looking, it's turning it up on the rollers too. And we'll poke a little bit about in there on the race. Grease that up. Long stringy shit. Look at that. Notice the depth difference between the original stuff and this one. The bearing hangs out just a little farther. You see the depth difference in the castle? That's why they're sending this shallower nut. Use it. It'll be fine. Like I said, all spindles did not come drilled exactly in the same spot. And sometimes they exchange those nuts for something different than what they were. Yeah, it's okay. You may have to drill your spindle again, or you can get a shallower castle nut, because that's what they send in most of these kits. I'm not just sold on a brass spindle nut neither, but that's what it came with and that's what I'm going to use. Most of the kits I've used have had a standard steel spindle nut. That'll work. Look at that, just like brand used.
I'll let you finish your.
And I clip these back like that. on the short side. And then I'll take a screwdriver and just peck it in so it doesn't rub a hole in the cap. Now, I told you about these caps. They're not going to go in there. They just are not. You're going to end up taking a pair of dikes or pliers or something and going all the way around it and pinching it in to even get it to start, because they just won't fit. They're the wrong damn shit. I've destroyed a few of these before I figured out how to make them fit, and it makes you mad. And the factory one won't fit neither because it goes over instead of in, and it won't fit that way either. So you're just screwed to do exactly what I'm doing. Just get them pinch marks in it to make it smaller around the outside edge. Wipe out any scuffs or flakes. I'm almost there right now. Might have a help kind of round it out from my pinch marks a little bit. Look at that. And a little bit that way. Sometimes you have to do it 2 or 3 times before it's enough. Right now I'm using the Caliper. See those little lumpy spots? I gotta knock them down to get it started. I have to pinch on it some more. We ain't far enough. Go between all your marks again. And I'm not cutting it, I'm just pinching and pulling to shrink that edge so it'll start. Once it's in there, it'll kind of press fit, it'll form itself. And it's unhandy and damn sure unnecessary. Some more of that crap we get that we paid big money for. Just how it is, fellas. Even the old big boys at CTR, we deal with the same shit every day. So don't feel like the lone stranger. Wait till you start building you something for SEMA or something, one of them big shows, and you gotta have it there on a certain day, and none of the shit'll fit that you done bought that's supposed to be bolt on. The words bolt on is a big lie. Yeah, now I'm about there. It's one little punchy spot right there. Yep. On the upside, you only have to do that once. Once it's in there and seated, it'll still fit from then on. So every time you want to drop it and repack the bearings or whatever, pull the rotor and have it turn, whatever, it's not such a big deal. Now I don't try to just bury these things, because I would like to be able to get a screwdriver under it at some point to be able to take that off. And as it is, I still got just a little pinch in there with my screwdriver. That's good, stop there. Look at that. Lovely. Now this is our repaired caliper right out of the box. We're gonna poke it on here and see how it fits. About like everything else, I imagine, half-ass. And now we get to take it all back apart because our steering arm doesn't clear the caliper on this particular bracket. We're gonna have to move it to the front. Nice of them to do that for us, you know. It fits a 55 to 68 Chevy car, but it don't fit nothing like it's supposed to fit. The caliper should be on the back every time, all the time. But now we're moving them to the front because that's what we're gonna have to do. CTR, I'm out.
Tree boat.
Put it in there. No.
Get in there.
Wiggle it around.
There we go. It's in the hole now.
Let me have it.
Ew.
I'll start it for you. Now you can turn it. It ain't even cross-threaded or nothing.
Good.
There's one upstairs too.
Yeah, I know. I've seen a few of these before.
Well, you ought to have seen a few of them before. Did you tighten them other ones with the impact or not?
Yeah, I got them already.
We just well focus some discuses on here. Before I quit for today.
Where's my other caliper bolt?
It's in.
Oh.
Just sit with one so you can find it. You can buy it. That's it.
No.
Boy, you got a hell of a mess to clean up over here.
It'll be fine.
I expect it will. You got that C10 to build. Got to make that money for them hot rod parts. What do you say it's gonna cost?
About 7 grand.
7 grand or so worth of body parts and chrome and such?
Yeah.
Did you figure all the chrome too? I figured you was short about 3,000.
I am short just a little bit.
I bet you're short about 3,000. You didn't buy any of the chrome or nothing, did you?
Yeah, I put chrome on there. The only chrome I didn't put on there was the tailgate chrome. I forgot to put that on there.
Oh, well, it's cheaper than I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, I put all the side moldings on there. And the bumpers too.
Did you get the chrome clips to hold them on? Nope, that'd burn it.
Yeah, well, I about
Shorting
died.
on the budget.
I was literally about to die that day.
It sounds
The
horrible.
allergies.
Terrible.
It is terrible.
What will you do?
I'll keep on working and tough through it like I did today.
That's what I like to hear. CTR, we go do the impossible every day.
Even if we do die of allergies.
Nah, we'll just walk that off once we die 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, it's
fine.
far. It's pretty far from your heart. It ain't gonna hurt you too bad.
I ain't no better than Jesus. I gotta die sometime.
So do I. I kind of like to put some years on me and some miles first. Be kind of nice, you know.
Are they tight?
Yeah.
Like Dick's hat band kind of tight?
I might get him to turn that on.
Yeah, you might ought to snug them right on
I'll
up.
try. I didn't tighten it up. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. And you can check them later if you want, because I'm not quite as muscled as you are.
Give me that hammer.
Oh, yeah.
Little hammer.
Yeah, the little body hammer. The tapper.
The tapper, not the knocker, Homer.
Yeah.
Why'd you go on the hell on up there, you little son? You will in a minute. Give me that big hammer.
The BFH.
Yes, it's over there somewhere.
Oh. There it is.
Got a little burr on the spindle. Gonna deburr that right now. Oh, I heard her knock on. Didn't even bang up the threads on the spindle.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
You might be a professional or something.
Alright, need that one more. I need one of these. Oh. Hammer, most important tool in the shop besides cold beer and the radio. Since we started YouTubing, we can't even listen to the damn radio. Ought to be a crime what they've done to our society, ain't it? Water's so packed it won't roll no more. I need that flat washer that's shiny at the bottom of there. And I need the castle nut.
There we go. Castle nut.
And I need that crescent wrench from over yonder. And I want you to put this back all at the same time. And I'm waiting on you.
Well, wait on me.
And I need them dikes next.
Yeah, you need stuff. Limbo.
Where'd you hold that? Oh, ain't there yet. Told you I packed her full of grease. Give me that light bulb, I can't hardly tell.
Hold on. We run it under the rack. Because we've had enough butt tunes on that.
It's right there. I think we're getting right there at it now. Yeah, we're getting at it. Look at that. Just right. Screwdriver. Got a poker thing back in here so we don't hit our new cap.
We have to customize.
See that? Right out of the gate. Like brand new. Before we even get started. Gotta customize. Brand new. Bolt right on. Like I said, get your dikes out there and pinch the end of that and start making little pinch marks all the way around. And when you think you got enough pinch marks, make some more pinch marks. And all them chrome slivers that's falling off there, they'll be stuck to your hands and all the grease. And it'll be unhandy, but that's what we do. Anybody got a better way there? I'm a listening. I may be the expert, but I'm always up for a new trick that works better.
Sometimes the experts gotta go learn something.
Shit, I try to learn something every day. I used to call them old men and say, hey, I got this here problem. And I went through all these things to try to rectify it. What's next on the list? They said, I don't know. I said, well, shit, you're the expert. And he said, not anymore. You done hit 3 or 4 things I didn't know about. And I said, well, shit, what's the expert do when it can't figure it out? And he says, go figure it out. Tell me what you find. And we did. It sucked, but we went and did that because, well, there weren't nobody else gonna do it. And that's pretty much how we live at CTR. Look at there, my brand new chrome job. Bert.
Bert.
One high spot. Bert. There you go, one regulation beat mark. This factory. Wonderful. That's how your hands get arthritis in it, right there, slamming that shit around because it didn't want to fit. But that's the only way I really know to make it fit, so.
You look like you. Oh no, that's grease.
There you go. If you look, it's tapered. Skinny part down here goes towards the caliper. Come on, boy, keep a trucking. You ain't done yet.
I knew that.
You want to see something cool, folks? Then some LS stainless headers over there, long tubes, just in case a man might want some. You start looking in the background around here, you're gonna find all kind of cool shit. I used to splice fiber optic cable and copper telecommunications cable, and you start looking around there, you'll see tools you didn't even know existed.